Brothers is the new Amazon Prime original movie starring Peter Dinklage and Josh Brolin as the titular siblings, also featuring veteran actors like Glenn Close and Brendan Fraser. Brothers leads to a chaotic but heartwarming finale. Today, at Movie Recap Pro, we break down the ending of this hilarious and eventful road trip. You're the one who abandoned me in that warehouse. I knew you wouldn't let it go. Yeah, you're all __ with family. Peter Dinklage stars in Brothers as J.D. Munger, a street-smart opportunist who dabbles in low-end heists. Meanwhile, Josh Brolin plays Mooch Munger, J.D.'s more disciplined and organized brother. A flashback in the first act reveals that J.D. and Mo's mother, Kath, stole some highly valuable green emeralds from her boyfriend, Glenn. Chased by the police, this Bonnie and Clyde couple somehow manages to outrace the cop cars, even though Glenn swallows the emeralds. Years later, J.D. has served a prison sentence of 5 years, while Mo is more of a blue-collar worker. Brothers plays out as a heist road trip movie when J.D. convinces M.O. to recover the emeralds from their childhood. While M.O. is initially reluctant to get back to looting and stealing, he gets into it to feed his family, as he has suddenly lost his job at a fast food restaurant. You don't work here anymore? Okay. The money from the emeralds could help M.O. and his wife, Abby, with the couple having a baby on the way. The money could change their future. The plot only thickens when M.O. discovers that J.D.'s plan also involves their long-estranged mother, Kath, eager to recover the emeralds she lost years ago. Kath recognizes the spot where she buried her boyfriend, Glenn. That burial spot is now a golf course. Through desperate measures, the dysfunctional Munger family digs up the corpse and gets their hands dirty, scooping out the emeralds from Glenn's skeleton. But their happy ending doesn't arrive so soon, as hot on the trail is Farfel, the corrupt police officer who wants his own share of the cut. Eager to not lose the emeralds again, Kath runs off and abandons her sons. Sorry, boys. This is a very emotional scene in Brothers because it makes M.O. lose trust in his mother. More emotional and sensitive than J.D., M.O. is disappointed that money matters more than family to Kath. While J.D. might seem more self-centered and money-minded than M.O., he too has a heart of gold. After being ditched by Kath, both brothers manage to fight off Farfel and take control of his cop car. M.O. is still not happy with J.D. after he finds out that J.D. tipped off his boss about his past criminal history. The plan was to get M.O. out of a job so that he could be desperate enough to join J.D.'s heist plan yet again. This sounds like one of J.D.'s opportunistic schemes to make quick money, but as heists are all that J.D. has known, he hoped that this plan would bring the family together. After all, it's only because of this heist that the brothers could spend some quality time together and even meet their mother after many decades. J.D.'s actions might be illegal, but his intentions were always in the right place. While Kath has already sold the emeralds, J.D. and Mooch manage to steal a bag of cash from their cunning mother. Then, in true heist comedy fashion, the bag falls into Farfel's hands. Armed and dangerous, the corrupt cop holds the brothers at gunpoint in an abandoned mall. But what Farfel doesn't know is that Kath has already rigged the bag with a can of spray grease. I did it! Blinded by the spray, Farfel slips and accidentally fires into a fire extinguisher, triggering an explosion in the mall. This scene proves how Brothers is heavily enjoyable as an over-the-top slapstick comedy. While Farfel is dealt with, the police in the surrounding areas are alerted and surround the area. It seems like it's game over for the Munger brothers until Kath returns, and this time she doesn't turn her back on family. She tells her sons to run away with the money from the mall's back entrance while she walks out to face the cops. It's a heroic act that proves Kath's love for her twin sons. She had been an absent mother for most of J.D. and Mo's life, but now she finally gets to show her motherhood. Kath goes to jail, but the money is never recovered by the police. Mooch and J.D. divide the millions among themselves, but in a heartwarming plot twist, it turns out both brothers have noble intentions with the money. Mooch drives down to the house of Judge Farfel, who is Farfel's short-tempered and unloving father. J.D. might be a free man now, but earlier in the film, Farfel got his fingerprints on an Uzi to incriminate him, as the gun now lies in Judge Farfel's home. M.O. uses his entire share of the emerald money to buy back the gun and save his brother from doing any more prison time. Judge Farfel laughs at Mo, saying that he could have gotten the Uzi from him at a much cheaper rate. But Mooch doesn't mind giving away his millions because he realizes that at least he has a caring mother and brother worth fighting for. Before leaving the old judge's house, Mo even asks him if he loves his bumbling police officer's son. The judge's reaction is negative, and he equates his son with a worthless chocolate teapot. Mo just smiles and walks away because he realizes that money can't buy you a happy family. Mo is happy driving an ordinary minivan and spending his time in an ordinary job, but with his brother back in his life and his daughter on the way, he has a healthy personal life, something that the Farfels would never have. JD similarly uses the entirety of his money to set up a living trust in the name of Mo's soon-to-be-born daughter. In a chuckle-worthy scene, we also find out the trust is in the name of Blueberry Monger. Mo had been affectionately calling his daughter Blueberry throughout the film, even though he had decided on a final name. But now, because of his brother's blunder, Mo has to stick with Blueberry as the legal name for his child. The events of Brothers take place around Thanksgiving season. Once Lady and Mo get back from their chaotic road trip, the duo will also have a turkey dinner with Abby's family. The film also skips to one Thanksgiving later. Kath is still in prison, but happy that her sons are reunited. Mo and JD visit Kath regularly, but the film waits to pull a final plot twist right before the credits roll. Old habits die hard. Kath still clings onto a few of those emeralds. So, even when she surrenders to the cops outside the mall, Kath swallows the gems, just like how her boyfriend had done many years ago. When her sons meet her for Thanksgiving, she sneakily hands over the emeralds to JD. Mooch is too shocked, but just laughably walks away. Kath might not have been the best mother, but her sons are clearly set for life. From its fast-paced trailer, Brothers might come off as an action comedy and a heist thriller, but it is also a very effective family drama. The poster sums up the film's multiple genres with the witty promo line, "Family is a life sentence." Family is indeed a life sentence, but in a positive way. In the end, Kath proves that she can go through any amount of trouble to save her sons and ensure they have a good future. JD also gives up his risky business and focuses more on securing his niece's future. Mooch is also willing to suppress his anger issues to be a better husband to Abby and a better brother to JD. Despite boasting a cast of A-listers like Peter Dinklage, Josh Brolin, Glenn Close, and Brendan Fraser, Brothers has failed to generate positive reviews. While it doesn't have a Rotten Tomatoes score yet, publications like Variety and The Hollywood Reporter have deemed Brothers to be too formulaic. Some critics, like Movie Recap Pro own Simon Gallagher, have called it an inferior version of the Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito comedy twins. The reception is underwhelming considering director Max Barbaco's previous film was the heavily acclaimed time travel comedy Palm Springs. However, most reviews have praised Peter Dinklage and Josh Brolin's performances as the titular brothers. According to Just Watch's US charts, Brothers is currently ranked at 24. It's one of the most popular titles on Prime Video, but the release of Terrifying 3 ensures that the first two Terrifying movies are still the most streamed Prime Video titles this weekend. Despite its polarizing reviews, Brothers is still an unexpectedly warm crime comedy with a memorable ending. After 2020's Palm Springs, director Max Barbaco has yet again crafted a humorous tale that feels silly on the surface, but is actually quite touching by the end. Did you enjoy this latest film? Thank you for watching Movie Recap Pro, and stay tuned for more movie news.